Ja. Hey!
Wat goed?
Ja?
Ja, uitstekend. Ja, ik ben vandaag even hier vanuit Mini.
Ja.
En woensdag ben ik naar Marco.
Ja, dat is heel leuk.
Ja.
Zo. Licht aan? Ik heb het in hele grote letters. Ik heb nog nooit een speech voorbereid. Ik doe het altijd uit mijn hoofd. Maar ik dacht van nu wel even, ook om een paar mensen netjes te bedanken.
Ja, slim. Ik hoop dat ik het bijna kan lezen. Ik lees het wel niet.
Mogen wij... Misschien is het handig om dan gewoon even in het midden te zetten.
En nog even aanzetten.
Ja.
Is dat aan? Ik heb hem even op de pauze.
Spot aan.
Ja, ik ga hem nu aanzetten en dan zet ik daarna de mic aan. Goed? En
Ja.
dan geef je jou het cijfer.
Kom je er vast bij?
Weet je dat?
Ja. Dat is gek. Ja. Maar zo kan je het wel lezen, denk ik, hè?
Ja, ik had wel. Oh, ik hoop maar dat ze het niet te lang vinden. Maar dan moet je wel zeggen dat je gevraagd hebt of ik wat wilde zeggen. Dus dat het echt jou...
We zien niks, dus seintjes zien we ook niks. Het ligt er zo fel.
Even wachten. Zal ik even roepen?
Ja, please. Ja? Technic ready? Oké. Yes? Okay. Yes! Happy DDW! Yeah, I'm so happy you're all here. Welcome to Tears and Talks by Annemoon. Yeah, we're here again. I don't know if any of you were yesterday at the opening of the Dutch Design Week. Oh. Yeah, like this. Masha started with I'm a warrior and I worry. And for me it's the same. Not every one of you knows me, so I welcome up. Well, welcome to Tears and Talks by Annemoon. Together with Koen, I'm the founder of Kazerne because I'm a designer and I'm really proud of my colleagues. And I want to shout out to everyone what design can do, and that's why we started this. We need a more human and a more sustainable world. So, I did Design Academy a long time ago. Actually, one of the best lessons was from my plastic theory teacher. It was really, it was not that interesting. I'm not that into plastics. 30 years ago, I wasn't either. But his best sentence was, please you all cherish your insecurity. Because your insecurity, that's where creativity starts. And we creative people, we are all very insecure, and yeah, but that's what we do, that's our job. We are insecure, we are doubting, thinking it over again. And right now I feel super insecure. We all know we need a radical change, but we don't know how. Blinded, we are staring in the headlights. Because of the entanglement of humans, animals, plants, objects, the task is so immense, complex. We are all one. So I feel right now we're in an in-between moment. In a time and place where it's difficult to grasp what we should do. What's not anymore, what's not yet. It's really uncertain. It's really hard, I feel, for myself to trust existing knowledge, to trust what's going on. And actually, I feel that we need to start to see it as something positive. That the gap, the interval, or the passage between no longer and not yet, the place, moment, or movement, this is where imagination can take place. And I call all of you here and everyone, so not only designers, also entrepreneurs, a government, everyone, to start working together and to make a change. We need it. Let's all use the potential of this in-between phase. Cherish, please, the uncertainty. Take responsibility for a next step. So we get out of this impasse and we get catapulted into the future, which is possible for everyone to move forward, to prevent that it will become between no longer and not ever. So this is really from my heart. But it's also, I'm so happy to see you all again. It's really, it's a bizarre period of time it was, and I'm grateful that we are all here alive, doing well. And I really want to express my immense gratitude to a number of people that help us getting through, because we're still here. Of course, the government and the province did a great job by helping us out. Stichting Cultuur Eindhoven, Brabant Zee, our landlord and business angel was actually amazing. So thank you so much, Familie Groevaars. Most of our suppliers helped us, our investors, ambassadors, of course our board, who was there every time we needed them. And yeah, I'm so glad that all of the designers are back again, and our team did an amazing job, so thank you. I also would like to thank Iris van der Tuin and Nanna Verhoef, my professors at the Link program. Yeah, I did a course during COVID at the University of Utrecht, and it was a present to be able one day a week to invest in my own development. Therefore, your forthcoming book, Critical Concepts for the Creative Humanities, was a really, really big inspiration for this exhibition, this theme, my first essay. Yeah, and I'm really proud, Nanna. You're a professor of screen, cultures and society, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm really proud that you're here and to tell a little bit more on the critical concept for creative humanities.
Thank you.
Bravo!
So, Annemoon, you asked an academic to speak, and you're getting what you asked for. So, apologies, and please bear with me because I prepared my words on paper because I want to be precise with my words. And also, I'm speaking on behalf of my colleague Iris van der Tuin. We wrote this together, so she's here as well. So thank you, Annemoon, for your introduction and your moving words. And thank you for showing us in such an inspiring manner what a concept such as between no longer and not yet can do in and with the field of arts and design. The contemporary field of arts and design, just like the scholarship of academia today, seems to be working more and more, or more explicitly so, with theoretical and philosophical concepts. This means that new concepts are invented to give a language to today's phenomena and matters of concern or matters of care. Or concepts with a history are implemented anew, activated and actualized in the present, in order to both understand the complexities of our world today, but also open up our thinking and help us speculate about better futures. Because indeed, artists, designers, creative directors, curators and academics, perhaps especially from the humanities in fields such as philosophy, cultural theory, media, art and performance studies, or interdisciplinary studies, are currently less interested in dismissive criticism, but want to work from an engaged and entangled criticality towards more hopeful futures. And as Donna Haraway would add, they do so by staying with the trouble. So why does such an endeavor start with concepts? And how is Kazerne's current project of Between No Longer and Not Yet a great example of a productive outcome of working with concepts? So first, a few words about concepts. Concepts are abstractions, or words that help us think and communicate meanings about things, objects, events, situations, as related to wider phenomena. As such, they are both theoretical and creative, and potentially critical and agenda setting. They play a role in our thinking, making and doing, and also in our perception, reflection and debate. Concepts are relational and dynamic. They travel, that is, they migrate from field to field, from discipline to discipline, and they change over time as they are actualized in various contexts. And concepts are entangled, related, and can share critical or political agendas. For us, an important definition of concepts that Iris van der Tuin and I work with in our publication Critical Concepts for the Creative Humanities is that concepts cannot be applied. They are not labels or cookie cutters. They are lenses through which you look at objects, events, and situations in order to see aspects that otherwise remain unnoticed without such a conceptual lens. The fact that concepts bring out what otherwise remains unnoticed is the most important aspect of what concepts can do in and across academia, art, and design. Today's world is a vast circulation of omnipresent texts and images. Often these texts and images are also commercialized, even under the name of science or with the help of well-meaning and non-governmental funders. It is hard to notice anything at all in this world as we hop from one aim, claim, or click to the next, and can hardly come to a standstill for reflection. And reflection we need so much in order to see, think, make, and act. So earlier I said that concepts are invented, or that existing ones are implemented anew in order to both understand our complex present and speculate about better futures. So what I see happening in the exhibition that opens today under the title Between No Longer and Not Yet is that an existing concept and an existing philosophy and ethics is being actualized and activated anew with surprising consequences. So why do I see that? So a few words about the concept between no longer and not yet. We all know the term history in the making. With this phrase, when this phrase is uttered, someone is facing or participating in an event happening now that is imagined to be something that will return or will be remembered in the future. This way of thinking uses today's parameters, or better, today's expectations about the future, as a way of evaluating the present through the lens of its significance for the future. Where history in the making is used in casual communication, in the fields of philosophy, cultural theory, media, art and performance studies, and interdisciplinary studies, getting to my page, the phrase science in the making is being used for the study of coming into being of scientific statements. This kind of study looks into laboratory practices as a way of deconstructing truth finding as a progressive process, logically leading to knowledge and insight. Students of the laboratory find messy practices, painful struggle, and happy light bulb moments, and a true and deep collaboration of humans and machines. This kind of study does not use linear parameters, like when we say history in the making, and hunts for the logics of truth finding from the bottom up. The same happens when scholars, not of science and the laboratory, look into art in the studio. This kind of research constructs the study of artistic creation from the studio standpoint, not from the finished artworks. What happens in the studio, just like what happens in the lab, happens in a space in between. There is not yet a finished piece of art that can overcoat the definition of what is art and what is creativity. It is art in the making, and creativity is a messy practice, a painful struggle, and happy light bulb moments, and as true and deep collaboration of humans, machines, and materials that is being studied and reflected on. What Kazerne has done by choosing Between No Longer and Not Yet as the title for their exhibition of design works is to combine the study of the laboratory, the study of truth and technicality, with the study from the studio standpoint, the study of art and creativity. Between No Longer and Not Yet is a phrase that comes from philosophy and that gives words for a gap, an interval or passage, or a place, moment, or movement in between in which imagining can take place. This may be artistic, design, or scientific imagining that boldly deals with the difficulty to really fully grasp what is not anymore, but also not yet, or in the making. When engaging with this imagining, it is not quite possible to rely on existing knowledge and insights, as you also pointed out. However, this should not be interpreted as a loss. In response to the potential of the no longer of the past and the not yet of the future, philosopher Jean-François Lyotard states that, quote, what is already known cannot, in principle, be experienced as an event. In the eventful now, the imagination is facilitated in several registers: philosophy, inventive scholarship, politics, activism, artistic creation, emotion, and affect. This leads to the insight that uncertainty and indeterminacy can have transformative and emancipatory potential. Explicit agendas, as well as the widespread circulation of the already known, may reduce the imaginative promise or potential of the gap or the interval. So now, let's return to the eventful now, the present exhibition, and its engagement with the concept of between no longer and not yet. I think we should take up its challenge and invitation and think with it about our present in the present, our presence in the present, in a productive staying with the trouble, a standstill that faces multiple directions. Dankjewel. Heel mooi.
So now it's happy day away. DDW is of course in English, but yeah, enjoy, and I hope you're just as inspired as I am.
Cheers en talks. Je deed hartstikke mooi. Supergoed. Ja.
Ja, en we zitten zo op dezelfde pagina. Het is zo ongelooflijk. Terwijl we eigenlijk helemaal niet praten over. Het is echt ongelooflijk. Ik ben ontzettend geïnspireerd door je. Ja, gelukkig.
Held. Ah, jankert, dat ben ik.
Dat mag. Dat mag.
Ja.
Ja, dat mag.
Dit is mijn moeder.